Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, or in this case, Cynicalus. And today I want to show you Diablo Immortal. This is brand new alpha gameplay footage. I was invited into the alpha, and I've had a few hours to play it on stream, and I absolutely love the game, but I wanted to bring it to you guys first so you guys get some first impressions on the game. There is still no release date for this. My hope is that it releases soon-ish, like within the next year, because it's in alpha now and the game already looks super duper polished, but we have no idea when it is to be released. And for those of you that can't already tell or don't already know this about me, I am an absolutely massive Diablo fanboy. I played Diablo 1 to death. I played Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction to death times 2. I wasn't the biggest fan of Diablo 3, but I still clocked in hundreds of hours on that one. And now I am extremely excited for the next chapter in the Diablo universe. Obviously, we're all looking forward to Diablo 4, but this game is another entry into the, into the pantheon of greatness. And despite being a mobile game, despite what people might say about it and the old joke from 2 years ago, don't you guys have phones? This game looks gorgeous. And for those of you guys that only play mobile games, and that may be the case for those of you that are watching this channel every day for Marvel Future Fight, you will be shocked and impressed. I'm throwing you guys through some loading screens right now. I'm showing you a few different zones. The game itself looks gorgeous graphically, and I'm playing still on my OnePlus 7 Pro, which is about a year old now. It's not the newest top-of-the-line high-end phone, but it's still quite good. But the game plays super smoothly, super high graphics, really, really nice colors. The animations on the skills look really gorgeous. I'll show you guys here. There's voice acting for characters and NPCs, multiple different NPCs. There's the English accents, American accents, old voices, Deckard Cain and stuff. It's awesome, and the lore of the game is there and everything. So as far as comparing this to mobile titles graphics-wise, in terms of voice acting, sound effects, and this kind of stuff, this game is going to blow your socks off, because this is almost like a console-level polish. The reaction that everybody had to Genshin Impact when it came out, yeah, this is exactly where you would peg the game in terms of that high level of fidelity, or it may even exceed. Genshin Impact. I don't know. I haven't had that much time to play. Like I said, I've only been able to dive into the alpha for a few hours, but I've already been blown away, not only by the graphics and the gameplay, but just how robust and polished everything looks. A lot of mobile games, like look at Realm of Champions, they come out and they feel like they're half-baked. They need another 6 months to a year in the oven. This game already looks like it could have come out 6 months ago, because it's just so well done. The UI is beautiful. Everything just is exactly where it should be. You press on things and you get this amazing menu with in-game artwork and all this stuff. You've got, really good skill descriptions and everything. Nothing is missing. Everything is where it should be. You have your list of quests, and it's very easy to navigate. You don't have an autoplay function, but you do have those cute little shoes on the ground that will show you where to go. It's intuitive, but it still doesn't quite hold your hand. You got this codex here. You've got all these different achievements that you get for doing different things in the game. You've got your battle pass stuff, which is sort of typical of a mobile game. Obviously, there's going to be monetization, but from what I've seen, at least so far, I can't comment too much on the monetization. I know you guys are interested in that. Is the game pay to win, etc.? It doesn't seem to be extremely pay to win. It doesn't seem to have, hey, you're stuck on this level, just go buy this gear to get stronger kind of thing. From what I understand, from watching other videos and other content creators that have had a lot longer to play with the alpha, like Riker, who actually saw a presentation by Blizzard, it seems like a lot of the more expensive stuff is tied to end game content that you would buy to improve your sort of the challenging content. So for example, take a game like MFF. Let's say instead of gambling for CTPs, you would gamble for these chests that would change the world boss stages. They would add modifiers to Thanos, or they would add modifiers to different bosses, and then that would improve your loot drops. So even though you're gambling for stuff and you're getting better loot down the road, you're still sort of experiencing it in a very unique way. I'm not really used to that level, that sort of gacha mechanic. So it's actually quite interesting to see where they're going to take that. But let's go over to, what do we have to do here next? Reach the Cult of Damnation's camp. Let's go here, and I'll show you guys some gameplay now. I'll actually progress in the story. Hopefully you guys will hear some voice acting. You can see actually how the game plays out. So we got some mobs here. We're going to drag this over. The skills, they cast so smoothly. Here's a sort of guided skill. I can end it whenever I want by touching on the joystick. My camera's sort of hiding the joystick, but it has an extremely similar feel in terms of controlling and positioning things to Marvel Future Fight, but also to any sort of MOBA you may have played where you're skill shotting. Wild Rift, Mobile Legends, you know, Vainglory, all those types of games. One criticism I do have of the game, I do have some criticisms of the game despite being a massive simp for Diablo. Oh, there was the voice acting. Beautiful. The character even speaks to you. She says, you know, I don't have enough energy. Or when she levels up and gets stronger, she has this little quip like, you know, knowledge is power. One thing I don't like, personally for me, I have fat fingers. The potion button, you can see the potion sort of regenerate over time, is right next to, it's right above my laser, my sort of ice laser skill. So I end up accidentally casting it a lot when I don't need the healing. So that's one thing. Another thing I really like about this game that they've done, which again seems very similar to Marvel Future Fight and other games like that, is instead of having a mana system or like a mana system where you have to cast skills, or like Spirit for monks, or, you know, Fury for barbarians, there's just cooldowns. So for those of you that play Marvel Future Fight or other games, you'll be extremely familiar. You'll be able to jump right into this game. You'll feel right at home because you know exactly what skill cooldowns look like and how they work in the game, and what to do in between skill cooldowns, whether you're kiting to get away from enemies, or whether you are sort of running around and repositioning yourself so that you can cast another skill with sort of greater accuracy and to do more damage in the meantime. Another thing that I absolutely love about this game, and that it doesn't really tell you, is you can actually combo certain skills together. It's going to take me another 15 seconds to show you. I sort of pulled the rabbit out of the hat before I could do the trick, but essentially I'm going to combo the ice crystal with the ice laser skill. I'm going to do some auto attack here, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, hang on. We're going to go over to the flashing part on the map where, oh, we got some cultists doing some stuff. We're going to drop the crystal, and then we're going to shoot the crystal. And as you can see, the crystal splits out, and it does a huge amount of additional AoE damage. So you can basically combo the laser and sort of refract it, like refracting light through a prism into the ice crystal. So there's missing, so presuming it's an alpha, there is missing voice acting. So there isn't voice acting for every single piece of dialogue thus far, which is a shame right now, because if you could hear the voice acting, and I'm sure when they put the voice acting in, it's going to be amazing. So we see a vision of Skarn here, who seems like a lesser primeval or something like that, talking to Lacry. I'm not really reading it, but they're trying to get a World Stone fragment, and this is all the lore of Diablo, and basically the primevals want to get the World Stone shards because that's how they can sort of attune their power to this plane and summon each other and all this stuff. You know, Tyrael did his best to keep the World Stone shards away from Diablo and Baal and stuff and Mephisto, but now it's your turn to sort of try and protect the world from the onslaught of evil. There's you know, hours upon hours of Diablo lore if you want to get into it. That's definitely for another video, but let's take down these guys here and I'll show you guys more of the gameplay, because the gameplay is honestly, look at that 6 times the laser refraction. Look at that. And the game didn't explain that at all, which honestly, for me personally, I love that. I love that the game didn't explain it to me and that I sort of had to figure it out, because it creates such a rush of experimentation and you want to find out. You know, I don't know when I'm going to get another flame skill, but I already have the Scorch, right? So maybe my next flame skill, maybe Meteor, will have some sort of combo. Maybe if I cast Meteor and then I cast a Scorching Fireball, it'll, you know, bounce off the Meteor or something like that. So really, really like that. Take the Ember of Dark Magic. So as you can see, like this game, the level of polish, the level of detail, the sound effects, everything is just absolutely top quality. It's going to be difficult to challenge this game on that level. But on top of that, it has a really robust system of gear, and then it has an awesome social aspect as well. Some people may not like that aspect because they just want to play solo. They want to play everything sort of by themselves, but there is the opportunity to play in a party, and you can also probably increase the difficulty and the rewards, I'm guessing, if it's anything like Diablo 3, right? You play with a party. I can sort of detonate that early if I want. I'll show you guys here. You can add friends to the game. You can change your status. This sort of stuff, I was saying it on stream, this is exactly how it is on Battle.net for all of the full console level games they have. You know, StarCraft, Hearthstone is also a mobile game, but it started off as a PC game. This level of polish is just not what mobile gamers are accustomed to. So I think a lot of people are going to jump into this game and be like I said, absolutely blown away by the robustness. You have guilds here. I haven't seen much about guilds because it costs a lot of gold to create one. I should probably just apply to a guild randomly and see what happens. This may not seem to... Oh, it's just me and Imp. Oh, it's a Brazilian guild. Cool. Okay, well, I had no idea, but hopefully he accepts me there. But yeah, the level of polish is just, it blows me away. The shop thus far doesn't have much in it. I've talked a little bit about the monetization, but you can't see the real world cost of anything. So I don't really feel that there's much of a point to try and explain these things. If you want a more in-depth explanation, you're probably better off going to like Riker's YouTube channel or another YouTube channel where they can explain these things in more detail. But basically these stones will have special effects that you can then use for something. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know that these legendary crests, you can see, adds 2 random modifiers to an Elder Rift, and granting Fading Embers to all party members. I guess Fading Embers are probably like some sort of reward, and then guarantees you a legendary gem drop and 3 runes. So maybe it would be like these sort. No, these are stones, not runes. But anyways, you basically gamble to make the stage harder and give more rewards and goodies for your friends and for yourself. So that's kind of cool in a way. If you can gamble and pass it on to your friends, that's a very unique way of sort of incentivizing people to spend. And you could have a situation where, let's say you play with me, I might be wailing out. I probably will wail out in this game, but you don't have to, right? If we're in a party together, if you can carry your weight damage-wise and you're a skilled player, you can hit your skill shots. Of course it is. You know, then you don't have to necessarily worry about spending money to buy those Rift modifiers, those Elder Rift modifiers. So the Tree of Inifis, but you can... oh, hey, we got some bad guys here. You can reap the benefits. So we're going to take these guys down here. We're going to refract and do an absolute butt ton of damage. That purple bar at the bottom is basically how much energy I have to cast that particular skill. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Oh, this is like a... So this is where the open world sort of MMO part of the game shows itself. So there's very few players right now because it's an alpha, but that is a player, Wu Hansel. You would imagine that if you're running through missions, you're running through this sort of open zone, the Dark Wood, when the game is finally released, you could see dozens, hundreds of players, and then at any point you can... I think you can just... Yeah, look at this. I can just click on the player and I can invite him to my party. I can add him as a friend. I can even privately message him. Yo, what's up? Oh, yo. And he's going to get a message from Cynicalex saying, yo, look at this. Look at all those different world zone, looking for group, party, guild, friends. This level of integration and this level of polish is just not... I've literally never seen this before in a mobile game, except for fully, you know, console level games or PC level games like Genshin Impact and Hearthstone that were then essentially ported to... Genshin Impact was a simultaneous release, but Hearthstone was then ported to mobile, right? So here we're on this quest with Hemlir, and we're in the Dark Wood, which will, you know, be... You'll recognize the name. It'll be familiar to you if you played Diablo 2. This game actually apparently takes place between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Look at that refraction. They don't even have to be in the circle of the ice. Awesome. Okay, I just learned that now. Blow that up here. Ice them from behind. And of course, when you ice enemies, they slow down. Their attack speed slows. Fire seems to have a knockbacking effect. So each of the elements has a different effect, at least for the wizard here that I'm playing. Now, one thing I will say, I haven't had too much of a challenge thus far with any of the content. I've actually never died in a few hours of playing. So that's maybe something that they've tuned down for the alpha specifically. Perhaps I'm still just in the sort of tutorial part of the game. I don't know. I haven't played for that many hours. I honestly don't know how long you can play for. Now we have 2 people. Cool. Candlesand. There we go. My skills upgraded. What they told us for the alpha, the level cap, I'm at 26 right now. The level cap is 45, but when the game launches, it's going to be 60. So you'll be able to grind your way up to level 60 with at least 6 different classes. Right now, there's 4 on the alpha. There's Barbarian, which you can see swinging around there. There's me, which is the Wizard. There's the Monk, and there is the Demon Hunter, which is sort of like dual-wielding crossbows and traps. There is also presumably going to be the Crusader, which is sort of like sword and shield, like a defensive knight. And then, oh, that was a really cool chain skill. And then the Witch Doctor, or possibly the Necromancer. We don't know yet. But should be the witch doctor, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's see. The tree is guiding my sight. I see the darkness infecting this land. I can't wait for them to add voice acting for Hemlir, because it should be really good. Did I not warn this kind of magic scars? No, we cannot stop. Oh, what's going on here? He's going to summon more enemies. Wait for his... Okay, so he's doing another round of a ritual. So probably we're going to get attacked or ambushed again. Nope, never mind, not yet. You have a bargain, Inifus. Take my soul in exchange for the wood and its people. Okay, he's sacrificing his soul to protect the forest. He's a druid, so he's got to protect the woods. What's happening? It should have worked. Is he going to get infected, or we're going to have to fight him? This is a brand new story, brand new Diablo lore, so I actually have no idea what's going to happen. But yeah, this game takes place between... Yup. There we go. There's Dark Hemlir. This game takes place in between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Defeat his shadow clone. Oh! We got some... Oh, Naruto. So you can see some telegraphed attacks. You'll be familiar with that from other mobile games and other, other games in general that have that sort of telegraphed attack pattern for certain attacks. Some enemies attack a lot faster than others, so it... oh, and he summons a whole bunch of plants here. Okay, and then he's a druid, so he transforms into a bear. That is amazing. Wow. I sort of want to wait and use my ice for when I can sort of refract it. Oh, he left. Ooh, I just took a big chunk of damage. Don't think that's really having the effect that I want it to have. That damage is good. Ooh, took a lot of damage there. We should have him here. There we go. Nice. Pick up our gold. We got the Oaken Yor quest reward. Very nice. Let's check it out here really quickly. Let's go into our pack and see. Oh, Oaken Yor. Oh, it doesn't have intelligence. So this is just a really quick rundown of the gear that you can equip on your character. It's got, the typical RPG feel where you can see left and right and you can compare the gear. I love this sort of thing, and as you can see from the number of items, you've got 6 main core items on the right of your character, like helmet, shoulders, weapon, offhand weapon, belt, or pants, and chest piece. And then you've got your 5 pieces over here. You got belt, gloves, double rings, and a necklace. And then you've got a slot for a charm. Classic D2 charm. So it should be pretty exciting. You get some information here. You get some more information here. So it's extremely robust, very, very similar to Diablo 3, but in that sweet, compact mobile formula. Let's see what's happening here. You all right, Hemlir? No cause for celebration. The forest will not be purged so easily. The corruption remains. A blight seeps from the Forgotten Tower. So we have to go to the Forgotten Tower. We did the Blood Rose. Okay. I'm sort of skipping through the dialogue a little bit. I don't want to spoil too much of it for you guys because I want you to be able to play through it yourself. I'm having some Wi-Fi signal issues, but Hemlir's still talking. I have to go kill the Blood Rose. I thought I did that. Oh, I think Hemlir just died. Oh, we got a quest reward. Will of the Guardian. Whoa, I think that's an upgrade. No, it's not. Darn. Our main hand weapon is really good. Purified Shiv. Really awesome. 12 willpower, 12 vitality with some intelligence increase and a socket. Very, very juicy. So now we talk to Flavi to continue the quest. The rogues are attacking the tower. The Countess cannot die while the Blood Rose lives. So the Countess is immortal because of the Blood Rose. So yeah, it's awesome. Let's go teleport to the home base here. I believe if we press this, we will automatically teleport. Yup, just as I predicted, which is exactly the same as it is in Diablo 3. Amazing. So yeah, this is one of the camp zones, the safe zones anyways for the camp. I cannot wait. This game, if it has something like PvP, is going to be an absolute blast to enjoy, and it's just going to be so much fun, especially if they have PvP where they lock your stats or they don't count gear, so it's even and there's no sort of pay-to-win aspect to it. It's going to be an absolute delight. And you can see here, I actually have skills that I haven't equipped, like teleport. Let me just quickly equip this so you guys can see what it looks like. I actually haven't used it yet. Teleport. So if you're more of the sort of evasive type, you can go ahead and teleport. And the skills, you can see they have different functions. So some of them you just cast and it goes on cooldown. Some of them it has an energy bar, like an individual energy bar that's unique to the skill, and you can see it charging up again. And then you can see for the teleport, it stores charges, up to 3 charges that you can then use. See, I got 2. Now it's back down to 1. Now it's down to 0. I might actually use the teleport. It looks pretty cool. Anyways, I could go on and on and on about this game, but I am extremely impressed with how polished it is for an alpha, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the final version of this game. It's going to be an absolute blast. I honestly have hopes for this game being amazing for free-to-play players. We'll have to wait and see how they monetize it, but if it's just the Elder Rifts, or if it's mostly just the Elder Rift stuff, then I do think that this game could be an amazing addition to your library, and maybe something you play daily, or you just grind daily for half an hour, 45 minutes as a low-spending free-to-play player, or whale out. I mean, for the whales, it doesn't really matter. They're going to whale out regardless, so I don't feel like there's any point in picking out games. I mean, you want to spend on the best quality games, of course. You don't want to spend money on a game that's low quality or whatever, but I feel like this game definitely has the opportunity to change a lot of people's minds about mobile games for the better. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of Diablo Immortal. If you want to see more of this action, I'll be live on Twitch tonight playing it for hours because I'm absolutely obsessed. And if you have any questions down below, hit me up in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.